Hello everyone, this is Mayank Sanghvi from vlemon.com, and in this video we are going to discuss about joins. So this is the content for this video. First we are going to discuss about join and then types of join. First, the brief definition of join. Joins or SQL joins are used to retrieve data from multiple database tables based on some joining conditions. And this is the example. I have two tables. One is employee table which contains salary information, and another is employee contact table which contains email. I have to write a query in which I have to retrieve data from both the table. So for achieving this requirement we are using join. So next, types of join. So in the list, first is inner join, next is outer join, and we have three variants on outer join. First is left, second is right, third is full. Now next is cross join, and the last is self join. So let's see first inner join. So this is the syntax for inner join, and as shown in this image, let's say you have a table which contains 1 2 3 4 9 5, and I have another table which contains data 1 5 6 7 8. When you perform join on these two tables, then the result is shown in this here. So let me change my cursor. For the time being, screen pointer option and laser pointer. Okay, here is my output of inner join. In brief, inner join will return the common result between both the tables. So in table 1 I have 1 5 3 2 4 9 out, and in another table I have 1 5 6 7 8. Out of this, only 1 and 5 is common in my both the table, so my inner join is going to return only 1 and 5. Okay, let's see this example in real world scenario. So I already opened SQL Server Management Studio for you, and in this I have three tables. One is employee table, another is employee email, and third is employee contact. So we are going to use these tables in our join example. So just I am showing data in all the tables. First is employee table. In employee table I have four columns. One is employee ID, another and first name, last name, and manager ID. Okay, now next I have employee email table in which I have email ID, then employee ID and email. In third table I have four columns. One is contact ID, second is email ID, then contact type, and last is contact. Okay, so just let's implement the inner join. Now my requirement is I have to find the employee's email ID. Okay, so this is my employee table and this employee email table. So we are going to perform inner join on this two table. So as I show, this is the syntax: select star from table 1, inner join table 2 on t1.id equals to t2.id. So this is my table 1, or you can say my employee table. I have to perform a inner join on this table, so write inner join keywords and then type second table as employee email, and then perform, and then give the condition of join. So I have to join these two table based on employee ID. Employee ID equals to dot employee ID. I have to return employee, let's say emp first name, comma, last name, and the last I have to bring email ID. So that's it. This is our first inner join we created here, and execute. So this is the inner join. Okay, let's understand the syntax. First, our select statement, then we write from clause. After from clause, our table 1, and then we define a alias for this. Then type of join. For this example we are using inner join, so type of join is inner join, and then second table, and second table alias is emp email. Last condition, joining condition, you have to provide joining condition by typing on, and then you have to provide the condition. Here our condition is match the record based on table 1 is employee, table 1's employee ID with table 2 employee ID. So this is the syntax to perform a inner join. Now I just mentioned here in the PPT is as a best practice, use column names in your query. So I just replace star with column name which I required, and then execute. So this is the final output for our inner join. Now as I shown in this image, only the common records is visible. So let's check, just store this output or open a new window. Okay, you can read the window to just compare the output of inner join. Okay, I am not for this. I want to compare this to table. Okay, execute. So we have output for both the table, and as you see here we have common employee ID is 2, then 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 and 10. So we have 7 records common in both the table. So in inner join we have 7 columns, so it's 7, not 7 columns, sorry, 7 records. Okay, now this is the syntax of inner join. If you want to add another table, simply add inner join, and we are going to join now employee contact as employee contact on emp employee ID with compare employee contact employee ID. Now we have only 2 records. Why? So for this we have to check the result of this. Okay, Control Alt to hide result, and we have to compare this to execute. Wait for output. Here is output of our first table, and okay, we get output for Michael, and what is the ID of Michael is 4. So 4 is matching. Now you have a question why you are not get the output for employee ID 1, employee ID 3 and employee ID 7. This is because we performed inner join between 3 tables. First is employee table, second is employee email ID table. So in this is our first join, and after this join we perform another join with employee contact. So you get the result. You have to compare result for this and this. In this we have only employee ID 4, only Michael Baker is common. So this is inner join. Next we are going to discuss about left outer join. So what is left outer join? Let's say we have 2 tables, T1 and T2. In T1 we have 1 5 3 4 2 9, and in T2 we have 1 5 6 7 and 8. In left outer join, if we perform join between T1 and T2, the result of left outer join is all the records of left table with matching records of right table. So in our T1 and T2 only 1 and 5 is matching, so 1 and 5 is coming, and all the records of left table 2 3 4 9. So this is the left join, and here is our syntax for left join. So see this in real scenario. Outer join, first we are going to discuss this. We have to perform join on employee and employee email. The same scenario is we have to retrieve email IDs. Okay, so first we have to type our select star from table 1, then we have to give alias name for first table, then we have to type of join, it's left join, and then we have to mention second table, give alias name to second table, then join condition T1 dot employee ID, T2 dot employee ID. That's it. Now execute. As I already mentioned in my slide or PPT, always use column names. So here is column name. First name and last name is coming from your first table, and email ID is coming from your second table. Execute this query. Okay, so as I told you, we are getting every record from our left table and matching records from employee email ID table. So here is our output. To check, we have (14) records in our employee table, and employee email. Seven records. So we have 14 records, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 email IDs. So here is the example of left outer join. Now let's see, the next type of join is right outer join. In brief, right outer join is opposite of left outer join. So in left outer join we are getting each and every record of left table. In case of right outer join we are getting in result we got each and every record from right table. So let's see this in SQL Server. Copy this and just type right and execute. Before execute, let's practice once more. Select statement with your columns and from clause, then your first table, define an alias for your first table, mention type of join, second table, alias of your second table, and in last on and joining condition. Okay, execute this query to see how it works. Okay, so here it is. In employee email table we have 7 records, so most probably the output is 7 records. That's it. Now this is not looking good, so for example I am going to delete from table 1 because I am getting all the matching records. So I am going to delete one record from employee table where first name equals to Michael. Okay, delete this. One row is affected. Now again check the output for this. Okay, I got 7 record from the right table is employee email and only matching record from left table. Why this is not visible? Because we just deleted it from our employee table. Okay, I forgot to mention the outer join example. Okay, you can also use outer keyword in case of outer join, and this syntax is equivalent to this syntax. Okay, now let's see what we got in full outer join. Okay, so full outer join is combination of, or you say, left outer join and right outer join. So in full outer join we get record from both the tables and matching records between the tables. Here is the syntax, and let's see in SQL Server. Copy this, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. and type here full join. Execute, and we got 14 records from both the table. No, why 14 records? Okay, 14 records. So this is the for outer join. Outer keyword is optional, so if you are lazy like me, then you can skip outer keyword. Okay, now next we are going to see cross join. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong image. Let's check where is my correct image, just for where is my correct image? Documents, then image. Okay, documents, images in space, and here is cross.png. So as shown in this image, or first I forgot about it. Cross join. In cross join, we have two tables. One is T1 table with record 1 and 5, and another table T2 with record 6 and 8. In cross join, each record of table 1 is going to join with another table. So as shown in this image, 1 is going to join with 6 and 8, and then 5 is going to join with 6 and 8. So total output is 4. So let's check the output. So I created two tables, sample tables to show cross join. Select star from table 1 comma table 2. This is the syntax for cross join. Table 1 comma table 2. Execute, and here is the output. Okay, so this is very large table, so I am going to create another tables to show you in brief what is this, what I am going to discuss. Okay, so let's say id int execute. Hash t1 means temp table, and this is my second table, id int execute. Okay, now I have to perform. Okay, first we required some data. Insert into hash t1 and first values comma 5. Execute. Control C copy, Control V paste, and then we are going to change T1 to T2, and in second table we have 6 and 8. Modify this cross join query hash T1. Okay, caps lock is on. T1 hash T2. So we have order by hash t1.id. Okay, as I told you, each and every record of table is going to join. So 1 is going to join with 6 and 8. So 1 is going to join with 6 and 8, and then 5 is going to join with 6 and 8. 5, 6, 5, 8. So this is the cross join. And once more, the syntax is select star from t1 comma t2, and sorry for the wrong image. Okay, now the last join in this video is self join. Okay, so what is self join and when we are use self join? Let's say I have a requirement in which I have to retrieve manager of each and every employee, or employee is going to report which person. So for this we have to perform self join on employee table if your employee table contains manager ID related information. So in this table we have employee table, we have 4 columns. One is employee ID, second is first name, third is last name, and in fourth column I am storing the manager of the employee. Now null, why null is here in the manager ID? So let's say in your organization you have a CEO and manager and employees. CEO is not going to report anyone, so most surely or definitely CEO is no manager. So in this example, let's say Ken Duffy is a CEO of the organization, is not going to report anything or not anyone. Okay, so we are going to perform self join. Again, employee select star from my table 1 is alias name t1. You can perform any join in here as per your requirement, but we are going to use join and I have to perform self join. Okay, so my second table is t employee table. Now the joining condition, my joining condition is t1 employee ID with t2 ID. Now I'm going to use some name. This is t1. T1 is for employee first name and t1 dot last name. T1 is for employee, so this is employee first name. Sorry for typo I, and I'm going to copy this and last name. Similarly, T2 for manager. So T2 first name is manager first name and T2 dot last name is manager not last name. Execute this query. Okay, again typo, last name, execute. So okay, I did something wrong. Employee, this is employee table. Oh sorry, employee ID is going to this. So this is our manager table and this is our employee table. So simply remove your alias t1 t2 and execute again. Now we have correct result. Joseph Goldberg is reporting to Ken Duffy. Dylan Miller is going to report Joseph Goldberg, and so on. So this is the example of self join. In this I mentioned Equi-Join. Okay, so in brief, when you use equal sign in your join condition, then this is Equi-Join. So if your syntax is like this, select star from your employee table and XYZ join, or inner join, left outer join, or full outer join, and in your condition you are going to say id equals to id, then this is a Equi-Join example. Okay, sorry for showing this in brief. Now last thing, I'm going to show the benefit of your alias name. Okay, so benefit of alias name is, if you don't mention here your table name, then how you are going to differentiate which first name belongs to which table? If you are using if you are not using alias name and your table name is very long, just for example tbl employee, okay, organization employee table 2014, this is the very bad example of table name. But let's say if your table name is this, then you have to type everywhere the table name. So the best way to reduce is just type a alias name and give some small name of your table, for example t1. So we done the same thing in our examples everywhere. In this we give our employee email is emp email, and for employee we use emp. So alias is just give us some benefit to write a small query. So that's it for join. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for my other videos, and feel free to share with your friends. Thank you for watching, and bye.